Hi everybody, parents, children. I hope you're all watching this in the hopes that you're going to get yourself onto Google Classroom. So my job today is to show you how to get on and how you can submit your work when teachers have assigned you some work to do and some learning through their PowerPoints and their videos, which is really exciting. So first step is to get yourself to Google. That's where we're going to start from. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to search for Classroom. And then you'll see that there's a few suggestions that have come up, but the second one says sign in. So I'm going to click there and it'll take me to the sign in using your Google account. Now your parents will have gotten a text with your email and to set your password. So get your email and password off them and this is where you need to go. So I've created a kind of test account so I can show you what it's going to look like signing in from a brand new account which you've all got. So I've called mine Joe Blog. So I'm going to sign in as Joe Blogs. Whoops. And I'm going to put my password in there. Be very careful with your password. Your password's yours. It's your personal information. It's not to be shared with anybody else. We don't want somebody else going on and submitting work on your behalf or commenting on anything because that is your account. It's for you. So I'm going to put my password in. And you get welcome to your new account. Now, parents, feel free to read through this. I'm going to click accept because I've understood where it says here, click accept below if you indicate that you understood your description of how the account works. I understand how the account works, so I'm going to click accept. And then it's going to ask you for a new password. Now, this is a strong password, so a mixture of letters and numbers and maybe a special character like an exclamation mark or a question mark maybe. So I'm going to just type my new password in, which I'm going to keep to myself. I'm going to make sure they're absolutely the same, otherwise it's not going to let me through. And then once they're both the same and it's a really strong password, I'm going to click change password. And then it's going to, you don't have to do that every time, only the first time you log in. Now it says Google Classroom, this is me, so I can press continue and pick your role. I am a student because I'm showing you what a student account looks like. And I'm going to click student. Now, mine will look ever so slightly different to yours at the minute because what you should see is your year group. So mine shows year 3, whereas yours might show year 5 or 6 or 1, whatever year group that you're in. And in addition to that, now I haven't got a class because this is just a test account, but you should see your class as well. So for example, if you're in my class, you should see the same as this where it says year 3, but next to it, and it should say 3WO. So if you're in, say, Miss Cross's class in year 6, then you'll see a class that says 6C. And you can press join on both, the blue button at the bottom, because you want to join the year group and you want to join your class. And then just press join. And that would mean that you've got access to all that learning that's on the online classroom. Now, when you join, you'll see a stream will come up. And on this stream, you'll see where teachers have posted things that you can watch that are in addition to your classwork. For example, I know that I've put on for the year 3s to see is this week's picture news. So if you want to have a look about what's happening this week, then you can click on the picture news there and scroll down. Now this will look different for all year groups. It depends what the year group has put on there, but feel free to have a look at those and click on them at your leisure. The important thing to note across the top is that there's stream, but there's also classwork, and this is where you're going to spend the majority of your time. So when you click on classwork, you might get some pop-ups like this, which give you little tips and just explaining what you can see. So it says topic filters are here. So this is like a new feature that Google have got, and just press got it. What that basically is telling you is that if you want to see, because when this starts to fill up, it might get quite long, so you might have to start scrolling. But if you want to just jump to a specific topic, let's say you want to do reading, you can click on it down the side. So if I click on reading, it will show me the reading activities. So I'm going to start with reading. My hope is that when you see me do these 3 activities, you will understand then how to turn in your activities or how to finish the lesson across all of your lessons that will be set in your year group. So this reading activity, it says, listen to Miss Cliff read out our text for this week and have a go at choosing the right level of challenge for you. Then you can just submit your answers at the end. Now, for most of the lessons, you will see that a video will be attached. It might be a YouTube video, it might be a PowerPoint that you can go through on your own, or it might be a video of a teacher talking through the lesson. It really does depend on the lesson. So we can click on the video and we can click play. You're going to hear Miss Cliff's voice now.
Hello, Year 3.
And you can watch that whole lesson and you can use the slider if you want to. And you can go backwards and forwards to recap something if you've just missed it or you need it recapping because you haven't quite got it the first time. That's the joy of doing this online. Now, once you've got to the end of the video, just like a normal lesson where the teacher has got to the end of their slides and they say, this is the activity today. For bronze, you're doing this, and silver and gold and platinum. Then at the top, you can see it's opened it in a new tab. All you need to do then is just close the tab, not using the cross in the top right hand corner because that will close everything, but using the cross just here on the tab will close the video and it will take you back to your classroom. Then you can see on this assignment, there's the bronze and silver questions and the gold and platinum questions. You can then click on these. You can go and answer the questions. So some of the activities that you will have will look like this form. And you can go through and you can choose your answers, or you might need to type an answer in. And then at the bottom it says submit. And once you've submitted it, you'll be done. So I'm going to press submit. Oh, these are required answers. I'll just put test answer. So once you've really read the question carefully and thought about your answer, you can type your answer in and then press submit. And it will say your response has been recorded. So that's been sent to your teacher. And then you can just either click open assignment, or what I'm going to do is a quicker way is just close the tab again at the top now that I've done it, and it will take you back to your activity. Now that activity is done. If you want to, so let's say you've done your bronze and silver questions, I might suggest that you want to challenge yourself then and have a go at maybe the gold and platinum questions. And it's the same format. Go in, read the question, have a go at answering some of the answers, and then press submit at the end. Once I've done that activity, I might then think, right, what do I want to do next? So let's say science. So I'm going to click science down my topics list, and it's going to take me to the science. On here, it says, hi guys, watch the lesson and learn all about carnivores, omnivores, herbivores. Then have a go at completing the drag and drop activity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the lesson. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to learn about those omnivores and carnivores. I'm going to cross it off, the tab across the top, because I've now watched it. So I can click the little cross, remember not the big cross in the top right hand corner, because that's going to close everything. Once I've closed it off, I can then click on the assignment name. So just across the top, new assignment, click there, and it will say your work. And across the top, you can see your work here. It should say your name as well. So my there is Joe Blogs. And there's a big button there that says turn in. Now I can't turn it in yet because I haven't done the activity. Now one of the activities that you might be set is a drag and drop activity. So we click on our work, our assignment here underneath where it says your work. We click on it. It's going to take me to the activity. So this is talking about something that's new in Google. So I can just click that I understand that it's private. And all of the pictures here. Now it's going to look different depending on the activity and what year group that you're in, but then it's a case of you can click, you can drag and put them in wherever you think they might be. Now I'm not going to give any correct answers here necessarily, I'm just dragging them randomly, but you need to really think about whether a cow is a carnivore, an omnivore or a herbivore. And then once you've clicked them in the right, you can, once you've clicked them, you might get some blue squares so you can resize them if you can't fit them. Whoops. If you do make a mistake like that, and this goes over there, then over here there's two buttons, two arrows. This first one is undo. So if you do make a mistake, you can just click undo and it'll go back to where it should be. Once I've completed that activity, I can click turn in. So in the top corner where it says share, you can just click turn in. And what that's going to do is it's going to send it to your teacher. So this bit in the corner is giving you a bit of a hint on what you could do. It says talk with your teacher. Private comments are only visible to you and your teacher. So if you have got any questions, or if you're stuck with something or any concerns with that lesson, then please just add a private comment, and then you can press a little paper plane next to it, which will send that message. So you get a box that says turn in your work, and then there's a button in the corner that says turn in. Then once you press that, it will send it to your teacher, and then you've done that lesson. It's taken a while. Let's press it again. There we go, and it's done. And then, like I say before, if you do have any comments that you need to make, so maybe I was unsure what a carnivore is, then you can send that message and that will be sent to your teacher that they could maybe recap for you or help you with. Just like before, to get back to my class, it's open the tabs again across the top. So I want to get back to my first tab. Now, it's best if you close each tab. So I'm going to close this one, and it's going to take me back to my activity. Now in the corner you will find three little arrows, three little lines even, they're not arrows, 3 lines. If I click on the 3 lines, you can see that it comes up with classes, calendar, to do in year 3. If I click back on year 3 or whichever year group you're in, it will take you back to your stream, back to where we started. So now if you've got another assignment to do, let's say maths for example, you can go then back to classwork across the top. I can see I've got my maths assignment here. It says, hi all, first you should watch through the video and see what today's learning is. So I've got my maths here to watch, so I can click on there. I can watch the video, so I can go through it, listen to my teacher explaining what to do, and then just cross the tab off like before. Remember the small one, not the one in the top right, because that'll close everything. So the small one. And then you can see I've got a document here that I can go into. Now this will be explained by your teacher at the end of the lesson, what to do. But if I click in this, for example, it's got some questions for me to answer, which I can click and type in the answer. So let's say 35 add 23 is 58. And then once I've had a go at answering, I might need a pen and piece of paper to do some working out for these. Then again, just like before, I can click turn in across the top. And when it comes up, I can press turn in, because that's going to send it to my teacher, so they can have a look at what you've been up to. And if again, the same as before, any private comments that you want to send to your teacher, then you can add if there's anything that you were stuck or concerned about in that lesson. And that, folks, is essentially Google Classroom. And you get access, if you go back to the 3 lines across the top to year 3, in your classwork, you get all of this work set every day. You've got a reading and a curriculum area as well. So don't forget, not only this, you've got access to all the other areas of homework that we set, my maths, times table Rockstars and Spelling Shed. But ultimately on here, you will find 1 reading a day and another subject area. So it could be reading and science, it could be reading and maths. So check it. I would check it every day, see if you can get those activities up, have a go at answering the activities, and turn it in to your class teacher and see how you get on. I'll be uploading some more videos to show you different things if you do get stuck, so that you can go back and you can see if there's anything that you missed or anything that you can learn about how to upload your work to the teacher. So have a go, have a try, and good luck, and learn lots.